In 5, 4, 3. It's time to reach the sun. It's the Tale of the Grubb. I'm playing Tale of the Sun for the PlayStation 1, and I am going to just make a huge pile of bones in a video game. Mammoth bones specifically. Other bones need not apply. They aren't good enough to get me to the sun. Mammoths only. Dan Reichert has joined me. Dan, what are we going to do here today?
Going to Bonetown, USA. Here we go.
Bonetown, USA. Yes, cavemen famously from the United States. We're going to... I suppose there probably were cavemen in the United States, right? I mean, it wasn't called the United
dinosaurs.
States. Yeah.
I know they were at different times, you know.
Sure.
But,
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you were like halfway up. Is that right?
Well, we can take a look here. Let's take a look. I'm sharing my gameplay, right? You see it?
Yeah. Okay. But wouldn't the you're not going to be able to see too high.
No,
there.
we can't see the height at the top, so we're going to have to look at the menu. Let's go in here, info, and go to tower.
I think you were close to halfway. Man, look at all those.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're doing fine. I think it's possible you could do it this time if you really just go to Bonetown. Let's see. I think you're going to get 13 to 15 mammoths this episode here.
Well, we do have Vinny Cavavella, I believe. Chad, if that's not right, we lost track in our documentation. Some prehistory texts were lost. So I think we're Vinny Cavavella. It looks like the character we would have named Vinny Cavavella. And I think he's going to be able to get us a handful of mammoths. So I said we just
handful
go for
of bone.
A lot of bone. Bonetown, USA. Here we go.
All right, going straight north. Here we go.
Straight north. Yeah, we might, jerk around later, mess around, see what else there is. But let's go get some mammoths right away.
All right.
It's a bird. Nope.
Face plant directly into it.
All right, let's get some meat. No.
Now, I see we don't have anything on the dock post two caves. So I don't remember the lineage, but is this the first outing for Vinny Cavavella? Do we know?
I think so, yes. That sounds right.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't think we never had a previous generation of Vinnies, I don't think.
No. I just couldn't remember if he had played yet or if we ended the last one.
I will say when I started up this save, I just went right into the save, and he was propagating. There was a propagation party happening.
I see.
He's had some successes in life.
Gotcha. Man, we have so much to talk about. It's been a bit, and I know it's hard to hold off until we got the Dan Voyage video going up Thursday, so people can find out what the fuck I was up to this weekend.
I mean, people, like everybody, I don't know what you did. I mean, you mentioned a couple things. I got a gist, yes, but I feel like I'm gonna get a glance and actually look in there and see what you did in that video, and it's gonna be interesting. I think probably more than what I'm expecting.
I mean, I'm extremely pleased with. I spent 24 hours on the ground somewhere, and I did a lot of stuff in 24 hours.
That's cool.
And especially knowing I could not plan any of it because I didn't know until like an hour before I landed where I was going. So I just landed and then just found a bunch of shit to do. It was great. So we got that coming up.
Did you get a hotel?
Yeah. Backlar booked me a hotel. Yeah.
Man.
Well, here, I guess people don't really know. I'll tell people this much. So here's a little how the sausage is made here. So, on Voicemail Dump Truck, the plan was like, hey, I got this $250 JetBlue credit, blah, blah, blah. And then Backlar was like, hey, you should go to the airport and just point at the sign and go somewhere. Didn't work out quite like that. So
is that even like possible these days?
Well, that's the thing is I kind of handed it off to Backlar to look into some stuff. And we found out that JetBlue doesn't really fly out of Minnesota that much. Like there's flights that come in, but there weren't a lot of options, or any, or something, or like I don't know. It's very, very limited. So we did a pivot where I had Backlar remote into my computer. I had him log in to an airline website under my account, book me a flight, book me a hotel, go into my email and delete the confirmations, went into my Google Calendar and deleted the what do you call it? The auto kind of confirmations and all that stuff. I then turned off notifications on my phone from the airline app, I had Bonk print up a physical boarding pass for me, so I didn't have to open the app and risk seeing where I was going when I got to the hotel. So basically, when I arrived at the airport Saturday, I had a flight booked and I didn't know where I was going. So like I literally am like going through security and I'm like, oh, I hope the guy doesn't say like, oh, you're going to whatever. Right. And he didn't. So I literally did not. It was like as I was boarding, I accidentally saw the sign. I almost made it onto the plane without seeing it. Yeah, I had to like ask people at the airport, like straight up, like, "Hey, this is gonna sound weird, but can you look at this piece of paper in my hand and not tell me where I'm going? And can you check the departures board and make sure it's not delayed and just tell me what gate to get to?" So like, I'd ask numerous people at the airport, like, "Look at this paper and tell me if this is right, but don't tell me where I'm going." It was really weird.
What was the general vibe when you would tell people that? They're like, "Okay, one of these people."
There was a really nice lady that was laughing and thought it was a fun idea, and I asked if it'd be okay if I'd be able to film, the conversation stuff. She didn't want to be filmed.
Of course.
And then there was a kid. I don't know. He's probably like mid-20s or something. And he was on his cell phone, so I thought he might be a hip kid with technology and humor and stuff. And so I told him about the gist, and he just seemed kind of confused.
Cell phone?
Yeah, he had one of those whole smartphones.
Oh, whoa, okay, never mind then.
And he just seemed really confused. He did look at the board and everything, but he did not seem to. It seemed like he was suspicious of me.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
I do think there's announcements at the airport that warn about people like you. So that sounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Weird requests at the airport. But yeah, I kept my like AirPods in. I kept the noise canceling on. Like whenever I would hear like an announcement over the thing, I was just like blah 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 blah. Like I would put my hands over my head and like make sound in my own skull so I couldn't hear it.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds in the skull.
Yeah, it literally wasn't until I was walking onto the plane and my eyes went up and I was like, oh, okay. And then like an hour later, I was on the ground like, all right, let's figure something out. Man. And I filmed everything. I definitely found stuff to do. So yeah,
I'm excited about where you went. That seems like a cool place.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. And so what we're going to do is Thursday before the dump truck, we will watch it. Jan is cutting together my footage right now, and we will watch it, and then we will start the official dump truck.
That's fun. I didn't know that's how it was going to go down. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's the plan. So that should be a lot of fun. And then also, I know we're going over the whole week here while you're hunting mammoths.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be how it is. Yeah.
Power Bombcast Wednesday. There is Jesus Christ. Since the last time we had a dedicated wrestling discussion. Holy shit!
It's just everything
in the world
is happening. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, Jesus Christ, it's been anything but boring lately.
No, yeah, there's a ton happening.
Yes.
And then
how was your weekend?
Oh, it was good. I had the whole week off. That was pretty cool. Oh my God, Vinny Cavavella, no. Okay, there we go.
It's one of the gray elephants or mammoths.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't remember seeing too many of those. It was good. It was busy. Once Steph got home, it was like, okay, now it's time to like take care of stuff because we can like split up the division taking care of the kids. So, like hung up a mirror and I got a couple of these like little toy hammocks for the girls so they could put their stuffed animals and these cool little things on the wall. Whoa, Vinny Cavavilla propagating again.
Wow, Vinny really getting some work in.
That's just, and listen, the kid's got like 50 kids. This is how it happens.
That's true. Jesus. Yeah. Wow.
Look at that face. There's like mostly teeth.
That's a bug of some sort, I believe.
Yeah, and that was Gonzo.
Oh yeah, Gonzo kicks ass. That's Bugs Bunny. Jesus.
This eventually does end. I discovered that it'll just like load into the next thing by itself. So this is finite.
The propagating?
The propagating
party?
Yeah, the propagating party. Yeah.
Oh, it ends. Yeah.
Boom, boom. Lot of beautiful people in this family. I mean, Vinny has the same number of kids as I do.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Yay! Hooray! All right.
Oh, it's a good celebration.
Yeah.
I've never seen Vinny jump.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like a jumper.
I don't know if I've seen you jump. I mean, how often do you see people jump?
Do you know what I did today? Okay, so I had talked about skipping before. And I mentioned how like I think I would be a very person if you just saw me randomly skipping through the forest. That would be very scary for people. But,
sure.
there was a person I think who said they're an occupational therapist or a physical therapist in my Discord, and they're like, listen, if scary or not, skipping's like a really good thing to do. It's like something like that we like maybe even try to get old people to do to see like how mobile they are, and if you could skip, it's like a really good sign that you're like that you are still going to be mobile. And so while I was doing my walk through the forest today, I did a couple of stretches of just skipping, and I didn't see anybody, so I don't think I scared anyone. I was still conscious of that. But
so you were solo skipping through the woods?
Solo skipping through the woods this very morning.
Wow.
And I was booking too. Like I was getting some speed. So I don't think I could jump high, but I could probably like get some distance in terms of like jumping forward, I think.
So that's a long jump, right?
It's kind of,
there's a triple jump gimmick.
It's similar to a triple jump, I think. Yeah, I've never done a triple jump or a long jump really. I don't think, maybe a couple times in gym class. But the motions I think are pretty similar.
Okay. Man, I've never been a big skipper. I think I could do it.
Do you think you could skip right now?
Yeah, I mean, not with my headphones on.
No,
I'd like to go outside or something.
I just mean like in your life.
Yeah, I think I could.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I could
video
make that
for Dan Voyage.
I didn't do any skipping where I was.
Yeah.
No. I would be fine with Dan Voyage becoming a recurring feature.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really cool idea. I like that a ton. It'd be fun. Just like, all right, we're going out to LA for a couple of days, and one day we don't have anything going on. Let's just send Dan somewhere.
Yeah.
Just like,
I like traveling. I really enjoy it. As much as I have had flight anxiety to different severities throughout my life, it's A, that's getting a little bit better, and B, I just really enjoy checking out new places, bouncing around, meeting people.
Yeah, that is cool. I was just I watched that Reacher show on Amazon Prime, and it's a bad show. I don't recommend it, but it does, like, I do like the one thing about the character where he's like, I'm basically like a vagabond. I only carry what I can have in my pockets, and I ride the bus so I can just go anywhere, and they can't track me. It's not like when I have to buy a plane ticket and you got to show your ID. You can just get on a bus and I'll just go anywhere. And I'm like, there's something romantic about like just being able to travel somewhere and no one knows where you are and just kind of being out on your own. And I like that. And so when you I was thinking about, hey, Dan's kind of doing that right now a little bit. I mean, obviously it's not the same, but a similar idea of just going somewhere and seeing it for the sake of seeing it. I don't know. I just love that idea.
It did feel really fun, especially like when I realized that, like, holy shit, I am going to walk up to this gate and not know where this plan is taking me. Like, it felt really great.
Oh, there it is.
I liked when chat, when we were talking about this in the dump truck, was like, how is this? You're not really going to do it. Like, what are you going to tell Bianca? It's like, you think she's not used to hearing this type of shit or weirder? And like,
they got married at a Taco Bell.
Yeah. It's like, this is like mild on the list of like just weird shit. And she's like, okay, that sounds fun as hell.
Yeah, it does sound fun as hell.
Yes.
Right. Bianca's married to Dan, says Emma Voorhees. Right, yeah. She gets it.
Yeah.
That's like, I've made a habit of like just not doubting Dan, but that's one that doesn't even register. Like, that doesn't even register. Of course you would do that.
Incredibly mild. And also, her and I have been together 10 years almost.
Right.
Like,
Man, wow, I didn't realize that. Man, wow.
Yeah. She gets it. And was fully on board immediately.
That's fun. All right, I'm going to kind of maybe explore this top half of the map over here a little bit. Maybe go east again. I want to see those weird foot guys you were talking about.
Oh, Raging Leg Bastard.
Raging Leg Bastard, yeah.
I think I ran into one once. I put one in that. Did I send you that Johnny Cash Hurt video I did?
Yes, yeah, it's really good.
Okay, that was, I put one of the Raging Leg Bastards in that.
Yes. That's how I actually saw one. I hadn't seen it otherwise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's not much more than we saw in that 2-second clip. Just legs jumping. I've seen that thing jump.
Haven't seen Vinny or Jeff Grubb jump, but you've seen the Raging Leg Bastard jump. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's its whole gimmick.
Dan, have you? I'm just curious. I'm not going to sit here and explain it to you, but have you paid any attention to the hubbubaloo going around Xbox right now?
Here's my understanding of it.
Sure.
And first of all, the short answer is no. I don't. I've not been paying attention or understand what's going on.
Sure.
B. Okay. Here's my understanding. Tell me where I'm wrong. There was a rumor that got out that they are going to put Starfield on PlayStation, and now everyone is comparing the Xbox to the Dreamcast or saying Xbox is going out. Like, what the fuck? I just saw like 2 seconds of people on Twitter, and I was like, this seems stupid, and I don't know. Like, I'm backing away from this thing. So, what's the gimmick here?
That's a big part of it. Is so it does seem like something like Starfield and a handful of other games could end up going, oh man, this is the biggest cave I've ever seen in this game.
Wow, there's actually like kind of stuff here.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like those are going to go on PlayStation. But then, yeah, you're right. Everyone is then immediately jumping to, and then therefore, this is going to devalue the Xbox so much that they'll have no choice but to never make another console, and so the Xbox is going away. Now, there is no indication that that's how this is going to work, other than, maybe people having some fears about that. But yeah, the people are losing their mind to the point where Phil Spencer did just come out on Twitter and said they're going to talk about this next week. Like they're going to have a business update next week to explain their strategy. So,
this just sounds like catnip for like people that want to argue about console war shit.
Yes,
and I always thought that was the dumbest shit ever. Like what you like and glad you like it. And like, that shit's been stupid since Super Nintendo versus Sega on the recess yard when I was growing up.
It's even less important these days. It's just
exactly
like 14,000 games came out on Steam, and it's like, we're going to care about these companies that release like 20 games a year, maybe.
Yeah, if you like video games, there's an embarrassment of riches everywhere, and there's something to like about all the consoles. There are downsides to every console, It's just like, I don't know, get the one or ones that have the stuff you want and the stuff that you value, and I've never understood the war element of it. I love them all.
Yeah, and it's just like these companies already are kind of like over this stuff. They're not really even thinking about one another anymore. So the people that are carrying the torch still for that, it's like, these companies do not care about that battle in any way. I cannot get back out of this cave.
He just died in a cave. Well, he's Vinny Cavavella. Yeah,
that's right. That makes sense. Okay. Wow, I'm just clipping through everything. The Z buffer is off.
Jesus Christ. It's fucked up looking. All right.
There we go. All right. Well, interesting cave. Yeah, I get people who were like, "Hey, I invested so much money in the Xbox ecosystem, and if they stop making consoles, then the Xbox ecosystem might go away, and I won't be able to play my games anymore." Like, listen, we're making a lot of assumptions based on hey, we might put Starfield out on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, this feels like just freaking out and panicking over. We don't know what the case is. It sounds like you don't know what the case is.
No.
It sounds like there are rumors about a thing.
I think Microsoft doesn't know what the case is. I think that's the reality. I think they're still deciding exactly what it's going to look like.
Yeah, I think to jump to Xbox is dead is really, really. Is the phrase putting the cart before the horse? I never really knew how to use that phrase. Does that work here? What is?
Yeah, listen, you don't want to put a cart in front of the horse because the horse is supposed to like drag the cart
forward. The horse
forward.
Goes. Yeah. Does that work in this analogy here?
Yeah,
I don't know
definitely.
If that,
The console war stuff is all about anxiety and about FOMO and people being like, I can kind of afford one thing, and so if I don't get the other thing, I need to kind of defend myself against wanting that thing in my brain, and so I get all weird about it, and I have to come up with all these justifications. And so once something like breaks that reality, that fantasy they built, that all those anxieties come to a head, and then we all have to deal with it, and that's kind of what's happening right now. It's like just people really worried that they made the wrong bet.
Yeah, like I feel like if they announced Tears of the Kingdom was coming to PlayStation, I think my reaction. I'm a Nintendo fan, but I don't think I'd be upset about like. I think I'd just be like, oh, cool, more people get to play that. Like, that game's awesome. Like I don't know. I don't know. Look, it's the internet's whole thing to just kind of freak out over stuff and argue about this shit, and I just kind of stay out of that.
Yep. Yeah, well, we'll know next week if there's anything to actually even worry about.
Yes.
Sleepy Vinny Cavavella.
Look, man, I pay attention to wrestling Twitter, and they never freak out about anything.
No, that's just cool heads will prevail, is what they say about wrestling Twitter.
They are more up in arms about something where they all might be getting worked and is dealing with the storyline than being mad about the actual fucking unbelievable
crimes.
Legit crimes and abhorrent, evil, decades-long behavior.
Yep.
Grubb, I always never ever even give this stuff the time of day, but someone linked me to, like, there was a thread on Reddit where it's like, Dan talked about the Vince stuff or whatever. And it's like, I saw this, real convenient. The one time Dan's not talking about wrestling is when, Vince. Listen, motherfuckers, straight up, Vince McMahon is a piece of shit. He has always been a piece of shit, and he's a 78-year-old man who there's no possible way that justice is going to be able to be served as harshly as he deserves
it. No way.
Like, in no uncertain terms, I want to make sure it's clear that fuck that guy.
Oh,
fuck him forever. And especially after the details, all this shit. I read the whole lawsuit and everything. Fucking cannot bury that man deeper, put him away harder. Like, it's just, no amount of justice would be enough. So I just want to make it real fucking clear. Fuck Vince McMahon. Fuck him forever.
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ. I scrolled through that and I was like, but this is why I don't fucking engage with you, because you're all just idiots who jump to conclusions and stuff like that. And not everyone, but like some people just like, real convenient. Or like, I wonder if he knew. Like, motherfucker, I never made eye contact with that man while I worked there. He worked in a building a mile away from where I worked. Like, Jesus, the assumptions and the jumping to conclusions and all that stuff.
It's never, ever correct, the assumptions.
No, it's not.
It's never been correct. Yep.
I just stay the fuck out. But,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is frustrating because I think the show is very good right now, and then I start thinking about it, and it's like, who knew what when? I just can't help but just keep asking myself that question, and it's very hard for me to believe that many of the people still involved in WWE at the very top didn't know what at a point where it's like they should have done more about it.
I mean, here's my guess is that I think everyone, people who worked at the company, people who were fans, people who have followed it for any length of time, all of them have known he's a bad person.
Yes.
And has always been a bad person. I think it's the level of detail and everything. Like, obviously, when you read that whole lawsuit and everything, and there were many references to like top corporate officers and everything, like clearly knowing specifics about the relationship with him and Janelle Grant, and him, bragging about showing pictures and stuff like that around the company. And I do think that there is an inner circle of executives that definitely probably knew a lot. And I think if you followed the company long enough, there were some names that you have to ask questions about.
Right. People
that have been very, close to Vince for a very long time. And I'm very, very curious to see how this all shakes out. If this goes to court, if this goes to Discovery, I think it's extremely, and I'll say this all again on the Power Bombcast, but I think the fact that Laurinaitis is already coming out there and saying I'm a victim too. It shows that they are all going to eat each other, and this is going to get really fucking messy. And look, and I always supposed to say allegedly when things are for legal purposes or whatever. But look, Laurinaitis is a piece of shit.
And that's your opinion. Yeah, that's fine. You could say that.
That's my. Well, that's
allegedly he's a piece of shit, but also he's just a piece of shit.
I have never had a conversation with John Laurinaitis, but know enough people who have, and he does not seem like a good dude. So it's all these people who've been skating around at the upper levels of that company for so fucking long are going to eat each other, and there are going to be reckonings for sure. So it's just going to be really a circus, more so than wrestling usually is, and I will be following it all very, very closely.
And I think I still like what's happening with Cody. I know, Mike keeps being oh, you thought it was a good idea that Cody lost. I'm I think I kind of still do. I think the story's still really interesting.
Tell you what, if you fucking still imagine now, things pivot, and whether it's this year, next year, whatever, and everyone's panicking. We were talking about the Xbox thing. What if everyone's fucking panicking about something here, and then it winds up making the story better? I'm not saying it will, and I'm not saying this is some master plan the whole time.
See how it could, though.
Oh, I can totally see them pivoting. Like the reaction has been loud enough, and also they could totally do the revisionist history thing they always do, where it's like, yeah, this is the plan all along. Yeah, this is the story. We're gonna take you for a ride. Like no, that's. I'm sure the plan was, hey, Rock really wants to go to WrestleMania and win. That's probably it. And then probably like all this shit's happening. You have to think there are conversations happening up there now about like, well, people seem pretty emotionally invested in this shit. Maybe we'll see how the press conference thing goes on Thursday. We'll see how Raw goes tonight. I bet there's gonna be a lot of signs and chants and stuff like that. But yeah, it's fascinating. It really is.
I've just watched all of SmackDown. I haven't seen many Raws or SmackDowns before that. What do they have any indication of like why Rock would be all like wanting to fight Roman?
Okay, so this is just straight up, rumor mill stuff. This is, I feel like I've shit on the internet for the last 25 minutes, and now I'm about to cite the internet.
Well, hey, we're all hypocrites.
Yeah. So, I think the idea is Rock now being on the board sees the short-term, kind of pop in interest and visibility in having The Rock face Roman at WrestleMania. The Rock knows he is a very big name, and this would immediately I don't think The Rock hates Cody or anything, but I think probably the early conversations were something like, man, that's the biggest possible match in the industry right now. We should fucking do it right now while people are talking about the company and this TKO sale and all this stuff. And of course, you have people wondering if it's like a distraction play from the Vince stuff or whatever, which is that is silly to me because look, people are going to fucking pay attention to the Vince thing. There are going to be more and more allegations. If this goes to trial, this is
there's no way this is the first time this stuff happened. Oh yeah, it's just going to get worse.
This is mainstream news shit.
Yes.
The fucking the Wall Street Journal doesn't give a fuck about Cody finishing a story.
Right.
They fucking care about crimes on a massive level from a billionaire.
Right.
So I don't know. It sounds like Rock with his the DC stuff and the Black Adam stuff. That's not really my wheelhouse, so I don't really know a lot of that controversy.
Yeah, he just looks bad. It looks like his ego's getting the best of him, and he's a bit power tripping, and he's not accepting reality, and then he kind of tries to spin stuff. So people have kind of grown sick of his shit a little bit in Hollywood, in terms of fandom and maybe even Hollywood itself. That's the short version.
That's what I wonder if that reputation he's kind of built in Hollywood in recent years, if he is kind of behaving a little differently and getting a little power trippy and stuff, and if he's bringing that back to wrestling, and now he has actual board power
on the board,
then I look, I've got stuff to say about The Rock. I'll say a lot of it on the Power Bombcast, but I like The Rock quite a bit as a performer back in the day. But remember when he came back in 10 years ago? And that shit was tired. The stuff he was doing then. Do you remember CM Punk had that, your arms are too short to box with God promo that was really good. And Punk was fresh and, relevant and everything. And Rock went right back to the nursery rhyme, Attitude Era stuff. And he talked about, oh, Punk, you got your Pepsi tattoo. Well, you're going to get a Mars bar on one leg and you're going to get Oreo on the other leg. And now this chant's going to follow you the rest of your life. Cookie Puss. You're going to get a Cookie Puss tattoo or something.
And the kids are still out there chanting Cookie Puss to this day. I mean,
that was the thing that killed me, was that he's this chant will follow you the rest of your career. And he did the thing where he just I hate it when people tell crowds to chant and stuff, or it's when a lame baby face on the end, he's trying to get the clap chant going. It's no, we'll fucking clap if we want to. Don't tell us what to fucking chant. And so that shit was tired, a decade ago. And he was singing songs about, Vicky Guerrero being a hermaphrodite, or, calling John Cena a kung pao bitch and stuff. It's that was tired and shitty in 2011. We are over a decade later now. And I don't know. He's a charismatic dude. But I don't know if that mic mastery that he was known for in the Attitude Era, I don't know if he's going to adapt to the styles of today. So I don't know. It's just there's so many different angles on this stuff right now, and I'm so fascinated by all of it. And I'm fascinated as a fan. The product has been very interesting lately. I'm also just so fascinated in the corporate side of what's going on here and the new situation. And then also I'm fascinated with the legal stuff and the Vince thing. It's just
propagating. Again, Vinny Cavella.
Vinny, settle down.
Keep it in your pants, bud. Keep it in your loincloth.
Yeah, it's so much. It's so much, and it's just across the gamut from good television to horrendous real life stuff. And man, I wish I could crystal ball and see where this all goes in every way, like a year from now,
Let me ask, is there a chance that despite what seems like Rock's intent here to get people to kind of get back behind him and get back in his corner because he was feeling hurt by what happened in Hollywood, you think there's a chance that he would just like turn this heel? Because that seems like a natural fit for what is happening.
Yeah, and I think he would be a more interesting character,
right?
Because you look at like the work he did as like Hollywood Rock back in the day, and like that was some of the most interesting character work he ever did. And I think you could go nuclear with it at this point. You've got so much more heat behind it now. He has more actual like Hollywood history behind him,
right? And he's got the ego stories that he could play into.
Yeah, you could play up the board. He's on the board and everything. Yeah. So then you got that classic kind of the authority type thing that like has worked extremely well with like Austin versus Vince, and they tried to recreate a million times since then and never worked quite that level.
But
like
it could really work here, I think.
I think it could. Like, look, if I was in a high level and creative at that company, you bet your ass I would be sitting there with a whiteboard, like trying to fucking like every possible angle we can spin this thing to like, how do we make right now? I think the hardest thing they have is making it make sense, because that thing with Cody willingly giving it up on Friday does not make any sense. Right. I mean, the whole story was beating Roman.
It can make sense if Rock like tricked him, and now like Rock and Roman kind of were playing him the whole time, and now like all that stuff fits. So I mean, we're fantasy booking, but whatever. I mean, that just feels right here.
Yeah, he did refer to like taking counsel from The Rock, so like they could play it into like, oh, Rock gave me bad advice because he wanted to get himself over again, like So you could do that. It does look I see why people are like, hey, this doesn't make any fucking sense, because like Cody literally won the Rumble, and then Seth and Roman are both up in their boxes, and Cody very specifically stood on the corner facing Roman and pointed, you're the one. That is the belt I would like to have.
But even with the Rock thing, they're like, we're going to hear Cody's decision. And then we never did. Rock just came out and stared. Like, that's all that happened. Yeah. Cody actually, did he ever say he was going to fight Seth instead?
No, but I mean, I think he's going to be on Raw tonight, so that should be interesting.
Right. Okay. Yeah. What's up, kiddo?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, kiddo. I can help you when I'm done with my show. Start playing Lego City Undercover. This game looks pretty fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think we will see tonight. Like, look, if tonight is just like Cody comes up to Seth and was like, I want that title because that's the worker title. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay. But like, I think we'll see if there's any hints of like, oh, maybe they are trying to change direction of the ship a little bit,
Right. I mean, I think they don't have to rush anything. They can kind of like let it play out for a little bit before they really figure out exactly how to play this.
We got time. Time. There's the whole Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Yep. There's ways to get it. It's wrestling. Turns out you can just fucking write it how you want to because it's fake.
Well, Larry David thinks you think it's real.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. God damn it.
Yeah, I get so annoyed by that.
It's just, the thing is, that's the conversation every wrestling fan has heard a million times of. Yeah, it's like, oh god, here. And like, I like Larry David a lot. It's just, it's kind of like, okay, he doesn't get it. Like, it's the part where he tells Bill Simmons that like, well, yeah, because you're smart, but everyone else, all those people cheering and getting into it and chanting, like, they don't know. It's like, okay, you're just objectively wrong here. Yep. Like, but it's always said with such a air of just like kind of looking down on and like, oh, you idiot, I know it's fake. It's like, no, you idiot, you're the one who sounds stupid because we've all known it's fake forever and that's how we like it,
Exactly. I did know that Mike was going to be like, if Zelda was ever on PlayStation, that he would freak out, I think, a little bit. And I was like, I was sure like, now he's in chat saying, tell Dan if Zelda was ever on PlayStation, then he should definitely freak out. And I'm like, I think I would probably be fine. Cause like my general feeling about all that stuff right now is this doesn't affect me because I'm going to play these games wherever they are. And I'm already playing all my Xbox games on PC anyhow. So they suddenly show up on PlayStation. Well, whatever. I'm still going to be playing my games on PlayStation or on PC, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would be like signify something is more wrong at Nintendo, but I don't know. I think at the end of the day, as long as the games were still coming out and still good, I'd be fine.
Yeah, I kind of just always have the opinion with everything that like everything's going to be fine no matter what. Like I know that maybe that's naive, but like I always just assume that the best case scenario is going to happen and everything's going to be great. And so I'm just going to keep thinking that.
Yeah, it seems like it's working. I did think when I first watched it might have been the pilot for Curb Your Enthusiasm, like back when it was like much more like a mockumentary, that very first thing they made. I did think that was real when I first saw that on HBO. So he worked me in the past.
Well, I mean, they were smart about how they put that show together, but just having the story and then letting people improv. Like, it was always,
that's great.
I was thinking about those early seasons yesterday because I was watching the premiere of the new season, and like I have not been super hot on that show since like maybe season like 3 or 4. Like it's like I still watch it. I've seen every episode, and they all have their moments and everything. But like I kind of look back nostalgically on the that's not a word fondly on the early seasons because they felt so much more kind of grounded in like human interaction and like, oh yeah, I've been in a situation like that where this thing happened at a doctor's appointment or at a movie theater. Like now it just feels like there's so many incredibly unrealistic, just like overreactions. Like now they're all screaming at each other because this thing that would never, ever, ever, ever happen, and it's kind of lost that like relatability now. So I know what you mean. It's still fine, but I just haven't been as big on it,
Yeah, I think it feels like he has to like play it up a lot more than he did earlier on.
That's the gimmick, because everyone hates him and he gets in yelling fights with everyone.
Right. I do like that he beat up Elmo. That's pretty fun. Did you see that?
I saw a picture of it, but I didn't really know the context.
I mean, the context is he beat up Elmo.
Yeah?
That's it.
Like for shoot?
Well, Elmo's not real, so I don't know how for shoot it is, but I mean, but he definitely attacked Elmo on a TV show.
Why?
I think he's just probably like always wanted to do it. I think that's
assault a Muppet.
Yeah, I think there's part of him that's just like, no, you could just go up and hit one of these things, and it's not real. It's just a puppet.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I'm getting at. Is him in real life being that character still is actually really working for me. Like him just like, I can do this because I'm gonna do it and I want to do it and I want to see what happens. It's good.
I know a lot of people can't handle that show just because it like gets them anxious or whatever. But I don't know. I just laugh. I always enjoyed him as a character quite a bit.
I just laughed at that one. The Nathan For You stuff does give me anxiety, and I have to sort of brace myself for that sort of thing. And I haven't been able to watch most of it because of that.
It just gives me life.
Yeah,
just put the Nathan For You vibe into my veins and give me. I wish every show on television was just like Nathan For You.
Jesus.
It is the most beautiful thing in the world to me.
Karatatron says Larry David went into business for himself with Elmo. So,
okay. He's a real worker.
Yeah, working stiff.
I was watching a clip of Kevin Nash recently where he's the most Kevin Nash thing ever. He's like, yeah, everyone always talks about, who's the best worker? Who's the best worker? And they talk about these wrestlers, the guys that can do like incredible things in the ring and like a million things. Like, that's not what the best worker is. Best worker is the guy who makes the most money. Like, that attitude of just
weird
like
that Kevin Nash thinks that.
Yeah. And so like when he was learning about like Roman, like only like wrestling 11 times in a year, he's like, oh, that's a good worker. Making the most money, taking the least bumps. Like you've got Kevin Nash's heart at that point.
Yes. I love that that's like where Kevin Nash still is at.
Of course.
Yes. That's fantastic.
Yes. He really is the ultimate worker.
Yeah. Making the system work for you. It's great.
Oh my God. And his friends. I mean, him and Hall kind of like the whole guaranteed contract thing. I mean, everyone can thank, Nash and Hall for that. So, yeah.
Okay, babe. I think it's just because you're inside. Once you're outside, you'll be able to do that again. All right. Actually, let's look at this tower again. See how close we are.
You've done some work here.
Yeah,
oh my God, you're really getting. You're getting there.
We are getting there. We can keep finding mammoths. I think we're going to be fine.
I think you might. Wait, what do you think is going to happen with your ending, knowing that there are multiple endings?
Oh, I don't even. I mean, I go to the sun. What else can happen?
Yeah, but I mean, well, I don't know because I don't remember mine. Somebody told me in the chat what happened with mine, and that sounded fucked up. But so I think there might be weird ones.
Vinny Cavavella might be done. Let's see if we can kill this monkey.
Oh, is he slowing down?
Yeah.
You trying to eat?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to make it.
Oh. You had a good run.
Yeah,
How
you
many
did great.
7, 8?
Yeah, a handful at least. And then he propagated like 4 times.
Oh, he's out of life.
Yeah.
What is that?
What is that?
Is that the Death Star?
That's no moon. It's a space station.
Monkey walking into it?
All I know is death is going to come for me before we're going to be able to go examine it.
Oh, man. I'm sure examine means just stand next to it.
Stand next to yeah, go, yes, and make a grunting noise.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you know?
Oh, wait. Okay, all right. We're still here.
Still eat a monkey.
Is it an
That's
eyeball?
totally the Death Star. Oh, that's an eye. That's an eye, yeah. What the fuck? This game's fucked up.
Oh, right. If you look at I'm gonna die. There is the thing on the map on in the instruction manual that says like the giant's
stone eye, right?
Giant's,
stone nose, stone eye.
Stone eye, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, well, I guess that was a stone eye. Rip Vinny Cavavella.
He had a good run. Very good
Absolutely. Speaking of good runs, that Carl Weathers sure was cool.
Oh, man. That's one of the few, like, celebrity deaths that, like, it's like, Norm and Carl Weathers and, like, the ones that actually kind of, like, hit me a bit. Because, like, man, he was the coolest fucking guy in the world in everything he was in, wasn't he? Like,
yes, absolutely.
God damn. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Man, he was one of my favorites for sure.
Me too. This is going to be Cavely Myers, everybody.
Cavely Myers. Okay. Yes. Man. Yeah, thinking about Predator a lot lately. And then, yeah. I think I told you this. Did I tell you about how I got a bunch of autographed Jesse Ventura 8x10s from Predator accidentally?
What? No, accidentally? What do you mean?
Well, okay, I got a friend in the industry. I don't I never say names unless I explicitly have permission. Games.
Okay.
So I'll just say that friend in the area came by recently. Again, there's no reason that he wouldn't want to be named for this, but I like to err on the side of caution when I'm saying stories publicly. So anyway, I had a bunch of people over for the Rumble a couple weeks ago, and this guy, he's like, "Hey, Dan, I accidentally got a bunch of 8x10s of Jesse Ventura. They're 8x10s from Predator. Do you want them?" I was like, "Yes. Yes, I do." And I was like, "How did this happen?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know. I got this package, and it was addressed to someone that was not me, but it was at my address, and there was no return label. There was no indication of where I could send it back or anything, so we just had them." And he brought them all over for the Rumble, and we gave a few away as like to winners of our Rumble pools and stuff. But then he let me keep 2 8x10s and the script, the front page of the script of Predator signed by Jesse Ventura. So now I bought frames and stuff. So now I got some framed signed Jesse Ventura 8x10s from Predator.
That's incredible. Okay.
Yeah. Don't know how that happened, but I've got it. So Ventura, if you want him back, if you're watching,
come and get him.
We're basically neighbors, Jesse. Come on over. Let's get high, record a podcast together.
Yeah.
Let's do it, Jesse.
Tell me about the moon landing.
I will listen to whatever you have to say, Jesse. Let's come on over. I'll give you these back, and let's make a podcast. Or just hang out. Jesse, if you just want to hang out, we'll just hang out, watch some stuff. I'm getting the 100-inch TV put in tomorrow, so...
He just comes and zones out. Doesn't talk much.
I would love that.
That'd be great.
I can't believe I've never met Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, that feels like it's inevitable at this point.
It's gotta happen.
Or maybe you guys just keeping ships passing in the night and somehow you keep missing each other.
We live in the same damn town.
Yeah.
Thing is, he was like, I feel like I've met most of the like old wrestlers that are still like, friendly with the company.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Jesse was just kind of too much his own man and headstrong and stuff. And I don't think Vince liked that Vince couldn't really control Jesse. I mean, Jesse tried to fucking unionize the locker room, and Vince did not like that. Fucking narc-ass Hogan ending that. But yeah, I don't think Vince has ever loved Jesse Ventura, so that's why I feel like he was never around the stuff I was doing around that company, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Vince is a silverback gorilla in a suit, and they don't like it when they have to work with people who don't listen to them.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I would like to meet Jesse at some point.
Yes, that'd be very cool. I actually don't think I've seen very many mammoths over here, but I'll keep looking around.
Yeah, I feel like they're more like centralized north, right?
Yeah, it's centralized north, and then like when those stop showing up, if I go a little bit west. What the hell was that? Like a packing peanut? All right, there we go. Kind of list back in that direction.
Just posted in the chat a old Minneapolis liquor store commercial with Jesse Ventura in it. He's just shirtless in a liquor store, wearing ridiculous sunglasses, and like holding a full keg under one arm and a beer in the other.
Hell yeah!
All right.
Cavely's not killed anything yet. She hasn't killed any mammoths. I think she killed a monkey or something. He killed something and ate meat.
Yes.
Do you think you could pick up a keg under your arm?
No, I have a keg 30 feet behind me right now, and every time I've had to move it at all, it has been the hardest thing in the world to do, especially with a still broken finger.
And you have a CRT, so you know about moving big, heavy things that are weird.
That went in its spot and has not been moved centimeters since then. I actually was looking at somebody at a 36-inch Trinitron on Marketplace I saw, and I was measuring it, and I was like, would that fit in this spot? And I almost got it, but it seems like it was a little too deep for the spot I've got. So 36 inches for
really
a CRT
are
is
so
too much.
heavy.
Yeah. Yes, I'm currently in the process tonight of trying to get rid of a 75-inch TV and a giant wooden heavy base that it's on, because got to get the 100-inch put in tomorrow. Which I did decide on. I'm doing the wall mount. The guy called me last week and put all my fears to rest. Had a great conversation with him. And he was just like, yeah, the wall mount's going to be totally fine. He asked for pictures of the wall. He's like, oh, we can totally get through that paneling. That's no problem at all. He said we're going to make sure it's at the right height, so I'm not looking up the whole time. But yeah, I took a tape measure and I went 100 inches diagonally, and that is a stupid big television. I have never seen a 100-inch television in person. It is stupid.
Oh man, okay.
No. Cavely, wow.
Cavely went right at the stone mammoth, and it didn't go very well.
Oh wow, Cavely, not a great run.
Not a great run at all. Sorry, Cavely. So upstairs in my family room, I do have a 75-inch Hisense, and so you're going from 75 to 100. I am. Yeah. I am very curious to see how you feel about it once it's actually in there, because I was considering the same exact thing, and I know it's on sale right now.
I'm gonna be happy that it's happening. Is that the one? I think Nikki might have just posted the link. Is it still on sale? Let me see. Yeah, that's the one I ordered. Nikki posted it. It's normally $5K. It's on sale for $2K for Super Bowl stuff. And I was like, all right, I like the idea of something stupid like that anyway. And if it's $3,000 off, I think now is the time to hop on it. And it comes with the mounting and everything. So, God, it's gonna be so fucking stupid.
All right, this is just gonna be Emma Fife. No cave name. Just
straight up Emma Fife.
Just straight up Emma.
I think the first game I'm gonna play on it is Mario 64.
Yeah, go for it.
I think I want to.
Well, listen, you should get the Retro Tink 4K to go with it.
I have the 5 Pro thing.
Okay, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Not trying to make you feel bad about your 5X.
Well, and I feel too that like it's not gonna be my main gaming TV. I see some people talking about like Hisense is kind of like one of the more budget brands or whatever. I got the LG C2 in the studio here as like my main gaming one. This is like the watch party zone. So like I host a lot of like wrestling watch parties and stuff like that here, and it's where we watch movies, like me and Bonk and stuff like that. So like more of that kind of like theater room type vibe. So I think
you're
the
fine.
size
Hisense is very good for being a budget brand. It is a budget brand, and it's very good.
Yeah. I think for my purposes, it's going to be great. So
Yes, definitely.
yeah. I got to get a real low profile thing to put all my consoles on, though, because I think the TV's going to have to go kind of low for the angle of looking at it to be right. So I think I just need to get a real low thing to just put the consoles and Sonos on and stuff like that, you know?
Right. So like a kind of a low squat but wide entertainment center sort of thing.
Wide enough for the arc, the soundbar.
Right.
But it's not going to be hard to fit just like 3 consoles. And I've got the PC on like a cart next to it, so that doesn't need to take up space.
Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't told the people locally here about it yet, so I think a lot of people are going to come over for Elimination Chamber and be like, what the fuck?
Oh, that rules. Okay, that'll be fun. When is Elimination Chamber?
February 24th. Nikki says, Dan, what are you going to do with the box? I'm going to have them take that out when they drop off the TV. I think that's part of the whole thing, yeah.
God.
My dad's coming into town this weekend. I'm sure he's going to find it fully necessary.
Oh, yeah. He'll have some very nice things to say about it all.
Yeah.
Get out of the water.
Fuck. Hammond of Texas says there's a 10K Hisense that is currently $3K at Best Buy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's it's normally $10,000 and it's now $3,000 at Best Buy. No. It's going to be fine. It's going to be like, I'm sure the one I'm getting is fine. Shit.
That one's also 100-inch?
It's 100-inch.
It's probably just the next class up.
It probably is. I'm
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at this. Yeah, man. Hey.
It's Super Bowl time. That's why I was looking. I was like,
yeah, of course, right. It's time to buy a TV
you know?
right now, for sure.
Although it is stupid because my dad is coming to town this weekend because for some reason when I lived in Minnesota, he always came up Super Bowl weekend, even though I don't really care that much about sports. And we would always just go to a bar, like watch party thing, and watch it in Minneapolis.
Right.
And now he's coming up, and the week I put in a 100-inch TV, and we're going to go like watch at some sports bar and like crane our heads up at a 32-inch or something, but that's fine. I like being around people for, stuff like that.
Oh, sure, yeah. That's a good time. Now, it's not 10K in terms of resolution, 10K in terms of price. $10,000, yes.
Yes.
10 smackaroos.
Yeah, I'm not even doing the 8K thing yet. I don't really care about that.
No, there's no reason there won't ever be a reason to care about 8K except for on like VR headsets, I guess.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I guess I actually have some interest in the game this year with it being the Chiefs. I've watched the Super Bowl, I think, every year. And normally I just don't give a shit. It's just a good excuse to get together with some friends and have drinks and stuff like that. But when the Chiefs have been in, I grew up a Chiefs fan. I watched every regular season game and all that and got pretty invested all the way up until I moved to Minnesota the first time.
Do you ever put any money on it? Even if it's just a pool or something that you do with people at a bar?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go sports gambling on it or something, right. But if people were like, hey, let's toss in 10K or $10 or something, 10K, Jesus. We got 10K on the brain now, thanks to that TV.
You're going to get a lot of TVs.
No, it was like a $10 pool or something.
Right.
I would do. In fact, did you see the company did a Super Bowl pool predictions thing?
I did do that. Yeah, I filled it out.
I did too.
Yep. Try to remember the rule of betting on the Super Bowl, which is a lot less stuff's going to happen than you think it is. So I had a couple where it's they just scored a field goal between these two quarters, things like that. Oh,
getting impaled? What
the tree is
rough. Jesus Christ.
Me. Yeah.
Oh God, I don't like this one bit. No. How are you sleeping through this?
Well, very tired.
Oh boy. I think I wound up with I think I said 21-17 or 21-14 Chiefs was my final, I think, but that seems pretty high.
Yeah, that's actually probably right around where it's going to be. I think I went 27-21, something around there.
Okay.
And I went with Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes is just going to keep winning. He just is going to never stop winning.
Sure. Yeah, it was crazy being back in town and hearing a bunch of people talk about conspiracy theories about the Chiefs and why they haven't been playing. It's all Taylor Swift and
of course.
people saying that I guess Patrick Mahomes like something about mob connections and thinking that he's like been throwing games on purpose because like his brother has mob connections. Like I am way out of the loop on all this stuff. And but like just hearing a million people talk about a bunch of weird theories and be like, oh,
they would know.
I don't know anything about this. I bet everything they're saying is complete horseshit though.
I do like the people who are like, well, Patrick or Travis Kelce's definitely going to win because then Taylor Swift will be able to go on TV and endorse Biden. And it's like you got Taylor Swift is already very famous. The Chiefs do not have to win in order for her to do that. Like, what are you talking about?
Let's put Taylor over. Get people to
finally,
understand. Yeah, I'm gonna hear her name finally.
The Illuminati's really gonna have to do something about getting Taylor Swift to be famous.
Yeah, get her some exposure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what to do with it. Dad just beat Resident Evil 4 for like it's like the only game he plays is Resident Evil 4. The original one, ports of the original one. He's done it on Wii and now he's done it on Switch. I do want to at least put a controller in his hands and see him react to the remake.
Yeah. Has he played the VR version of the original?
No.
So I think that's on Quest. So you may be interested to see
I have it. I just wonder, like, I don't know, like him not being able, like, I made him play enough video games that I know, like, having to tell him to, like, press buttons on controllers where they're not normally at would just be, especially if you can't look down at them. Yeah. So I looked at the options on the PS5 RE4 remake, and there is straight up a control scheme where it's like for players who are familiar with 2005 Resident Evil 4, and I was like, all right, I'll just turn that on. Okay. They're basically in the same positions. He could just kind of play it. So I'm just gonna see what he thinks of it.
He plays that. He played a lot of Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah, I played like 250 hours of it. Yeah.
I think those are complex video games. It's so weird. It's so I get it. Like it's not as simple as like, well, it's complex, so it's going to scare him away. Like, but it's still weird how he gets over these things for those games.
But he does and he doesn't, because like he'll put the time in because he knows that they're good and he enjoys it, but then like he will refuse to listen when I tell him like how to lock on during combat. Jesus. Or he will get to a spot, like, so he's never like locked on really, and then like he's never done a shrine because like he gets to the water one in Breath of the Wild, and there's the part where you're riding on the back and you have to like shoot the ice cubes and stuff, and he always gets frustrated and stops there, and then like 6 months later he'll start a new file and do the same thing where he refuses to lock on, he refuses to learn like how the map system works, he refuses to do that water temple stuff, so he just kind of like runs. He also refuses to trade in things for upgrades. I'm like, Dad, quit trying to go into all these things with 4 hearts. You're not ready for this. He's like, it's fine. I'm having a good. Hey, don't freak out. I'm playing it. I'm not playing it. I'm having a good time. It's like, all right, but you could be enjoying it more. So it's like, he
sounds like the way my 4-year-old plays video games. So okay, never mind.
Yeah. Big Mythologies fan though.
Of course, yes. I mean, who isn't? But you know that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like I wish you'd go away because I did have to like look at some of that stuff in that video game. He's in chat, everybody. So
you level selected?
I level selected, yeah.
Oh, I'm so curious. The things you saw.
It is something else. It is the things that are in store for Mike McQuanchi.
I want Mike McQuanchi to be playing through like WrestleMania.
Yeah, I level selected, so maybe my character wasn't upgraded enough. I'll just say, first enemy, couldn't get past them on one of these levels. And I tried like 50 times. And I don't think you could run past it. So I think the level just keeps going until you beat these guys. I
hope it ends with a Mega Man boss rush of like Fujin and every boss in the game.
Exactly. What's up, kiddo? I don't know, friend. I haven't played much of this game, so I'm not sure what to do to be able to improve that. I'll help you later, okay? I'm almost done.
This still Emma?
Yes, this is still Emma Fife.
Okay.
She's killed at least one mammoth, and she sleeps a lot and propagated.
All right.
You think you're making any headway with convincing us that you really want to play Superman 64?
Look, you know how much I love Superman. I think he's the most important character in 20th century and beyond Americana pop culture. I think he speaks to the good in all of us. I think he is. I've read all the great Superman stories.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite?
The whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, I just think anything that gets me thinking about Superman, talking about Superman, just even if the game is not the best game, I think just from a historical perspective, I think it will be very interesting to play that. Oh shit, you're right there. Look at that. Look at that.
We're basically about to grab the tail of the sun.
Yes.
The tail was right there. The bones are practically on top of it.
You know who could grab the tail easily is my favorite character, Superman. He has a flight. He has a flight ability.
He does have a
he
flight
can fly
ability.
through the air with the greatest of ease, leaping buildings in a single bound. And oh man, it just makes me happy thinking about and talking about Superman. I think playing it in my favorite medium, the video game medium, I think will just be a delight, regardless of notoriety or the review scores. I think it's just going to be a good time for me.
All right, Dan. Yeah, I'm buying everything you're selling here. Would be I do think like you in just like the old style like 1930s Superman costume would just also be very funny though. So.
I don't have hair.
Oh, okay. Now that got me thinking. What if you did like the Nick Cage Superman, the one that they like just did a costume test for? We got you a Nick Cage wig.
Didn't he have long hair?
Long hair, yeah.
I'd do it.
Yes, we know. You have to. It's Fight Club.
I don't know. I could beat Space Mutants. I wouldn't have any. Oh man, the funniest fuck. I could just immediately quit and be like, "Fuck it, I'll play Space Mutants." Just like
the
get out of it
thing?
again.
Okay. God, see, here's the problem. Because it would be the funniest thing. Because Mike would get so mad.
I know.
Or he would not even mad. I think he would get like frustrated. But that's also very funny.
I know. Look. I'll peel the curtain back a little bit. That was the whole idea behind me skipping this last run. Is I was talking to you, Grubb, about like, listen, the finger's legit broken. Yes, I can't play games for like extended periods right now. I could, but like back then, I was like, I probably shouldn't be doing it for long periods. But I could play this. But how fucking funny would it be if we just made Mitch play right away? And we both agreed. Tell me if I'm telling lies.
No, absolutely.
It'd be pretty fucking funny.
It's true.
And it was pretty fucking funny.
And it is funny still, man.
I regret nothing.
Absolutely not. Man. That's that series has been so good. It's been so amazing.
Blight Club is on the Mount Rushmore of like recurring features I've ever done at any part of my career.
I really like it.
I love it so much. I love how many people got actually worked by the finger thing, and we're just like, well, wait a minute. Oh, he played this game. He said he played Prince of Persia. That would have like detective work. Congrats, detective. Good work.
My favorite part was like the second it started, you're like, hey, my finger's feeling better. That really got me.
That's pretty funny.
Yep.
That's good. I just hope nothing unfortunate happens, before I play next time.
Oh my God. You will have to stop getting away with it eventually.
I know. It'll be diminishing returns on how funny it is.
Sure.
And also, I do actually want to play something. Because it's Superman.
Right. You can't wait. Won't stop talking about it.
Anything else, I'd be so mad. But Superman, oh man, just in my element. Oh God, Paul Giamatti says, Mike, there's no rule blocking you from picking Mortal Kombat mythologies again. Honestly, no joke, that would be hilarious.
That would be very funny. Gosh, the year of us all having to beat that game.
Oh God, talk about diminishing returns. Part of the joy is like the surprise of what this game throws at him.
Right, because I can't, like right now, I can't believe what this game is. And once we like know it, like that could be a whole other feature of us like learning to speedrun it or something, but
Oh man, that would be pretty interesting. I want to do more speedrun stuff.
Yes. Well, I mean, look,
'cause,
that Super Mario 64 one where Sean teaches us, that's definitely something we should look into.
I would love that because I do consider myself really good at Mario games, but I've never tried to do Mario games with speed in mind. But like, I've got the controls. Like, that's muscle.
Hey, well,
memory at
you
this
won
point.
our Super Mario Wonder Race, so
That's true. I did. So I really would enjoy being kind of taught the basics of that. You know.
yeah, that'd be cool. And 16 stars. It's a fast run. Like, yeah, that would be that'd be neat.
God damn, I would love that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like Tyson is so much fun to speedrun, but like I legit got hurt. Like, that was like I haven't
Shoot
really
pain.
tried.
Yep.
Yeah, I've like done. I picked it up a
shooting
couple
pain.
times, but it's been long enough where I've kind of forgotten all the like super specific stuff I memorized while I was doing it. I got to a respectable point in that, but like I couldn't keep doing it.
Yeah. That's and it is such a repetitive thing. There's so many motions that you're doing so specifically, you kind of just can't avoid. You have to like take breaks from that game. And then I forgot everything. So if I were to start speedrunning again, I would have to like not start from scratch, but because like once I remembered what to do, some of that muscle memory would come back, but I don't remember most of it.
Well, and then you also hit this wall where it's like, as good as you get your run up to Tyson, you have to be able to do that round one TKO reliably. And like, that's when I got hurt, is when I was like an hour a day training, trying to like,
for real.
Because that is the most repetitive, like the Tyson stuff. And I never got to the point where I could do that. And I've gotten literally a punch away numerous times. And man, it's just, I have so much respect to the guys like Summoning Salt and all those guys that can do it reliably. Yeah.
Yeah, that Summoning Salt video about the 24-second round one Mike Tyson and the history of Mike Tyson speedrunning. I started that. I haven't finished it, but I'm like, I got to get back to that because it was. I mean, all his videos are so good. That one is especially good.
It's fascinating. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to fast track that Sean thing, the 16-star deal. Like, is that like known as like a popular way to speedrun Mario 64?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's like
looking this up.
And that's. I mean, listen, I'm not like super duper speedrun guy. I'm guessing that's on the Mount Rushmore of speedruns.
Really? Okay, I did not realize it was that popular. I'm pulling it up on speedrun.com now to take a look. Oh, wow. Okay, so there are 10 in the world that are under 15 minutes for it?
Yeah.
How many people have done this? Let's see. Oh, my God. There are 19 pages?
Okay, yeah. See?
Holy. So, basically... Okay, all right. Oh, man.
Sean says it's the way to speedrun it, which is why he picked it up.
I want to do this real bad.
Yeah, let's fast track it. Absolutely.
I want to get obsessed with this.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, Sean's best is 2050, but didn't record it, so never submitted it. I will stream. I will record. I will do this to the point of injury.
Mike, we'll get you in. Like I said, Mike, you've never really sped run. You've never really done a run before, right? So that'd be a good one for you too.
Yeah, let's. So what? Me, you, Mitch, with Sean being the teacher?
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds so much fun.
It would be cool to like learn in a group too, because we could all like be sharing like what we're like. Oh, yeah, he's saying this, but this is how I did it and how I figured it out. Like being all beginners in the same way could be very beneficial and make it go even faster.
Yeah, and then it could be a thing where it's like, you know, if we all get really into it, you know, we could just do it on our own, like, you know, at night and on our streams. Like, I know I would love to do that because you got to record it anyway. So I found that with like Tyson stuff, it was so easy. Just like, well, might as well just hit the stream button, you know?
Yep. I just want to see it. I just want to see where my tower's at.
You're right there. Well, hang on. Let's just try something crazy here.
Yeah.
Let's see where you're at. Okay, try to just walk up to the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't think actually it doesn't look
you haven't
much
tried.
higher than last time.
Oh my God, is this? Oh my God! Wait, oh, you jumped. Okay.
I jumped.
If you just like hold up, does it do it?
No.
Oh, I thought you started like ascending. Okay. Okay, no button or anything, no interact or the hit button or anything.
I'm trying everything right now. Let's
go get some more mammoths.
All right, let me just try one more time here. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
More mammoths.
If I remember right, when it was time, I think I walked up to it and I just started like ascending. You know?
Okay. Cool.
I'm just gonna pull up a random. Okay, this is number 25. I got it on mute. I don't even know like what this involves. So, man, the amount of times I've had to like mash A through the like coming out of the pipe. I baked a cake for you. Lakitu explains the camera. And Toad talks to you when you get inside the house, you know. Wait, what the fuck? Wait. Did they go straight to... Why are we on Bowser's area? Whoa, they're doing some fucked up stuff here. Okay, hang on. All right, he's long jumping over. He's going to the downstairs Bowser thing? Whoa, we went through the wall.
Yep.
Oh, this is fucked. Okay, this is... Oh, we're using...
So are you like talking about like the backsliding long jump trick? Is that what you're seeing right now?
I don't know. He's just doing some unholy stuff and like got sucked into like the first Bowser area. What the fuck? Oh, he's doing the red coin Bowser? Oh, this looks pretty difficult. Jeez. I played a lot of this game, but this looks very specific.
We probably would do like a marathon safe version that like we could actually accomplish.
Oh my. Oh, this is fucking nuts. Holy. Oh, this looks scary as shit.
Yeah.
I'm now intimidated by this.
Listen, if Turbo Sean could do it, well, I guess that doesn't necessarily mean we could do it. But I think we
good at stuff.
Yes, he's pretty good games. So, but we could probably figure it out.
They didn't even hit the button to make the stairs go up. They just ran up the fucking... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, this is crazy. Wait, so he's getting the star and beating Bowser. Okay. Oh, this is nuts. Okay, I'll watch this later. That is, this seems real cool.
Oscar, we already aren't getting codes for Metroid Prime 4. We're already in Nintendo jail.
I think we'd be the first to get Metroid Prime 4 codes.
Sure.
Yeah.
And listen, we should be, but...
Sean says, I learned how to do it in a couple weeks. I can definitely teach you guys. Hell yeah.
Right.
There's one. I think any one of these at this point could be the final one.
Yes. All right. Get in the ass.
I think I would... Well, chat, do you know, like, people that do the Mario thing, do they tend to use the, like, shoot N64 controller and play on, like, just, like, shoot hardware? Or is this, like, emulator stuff? Or what's the acceptable? I love the N64 controller, so as long as that's not a disadvantage, I would probably just do that.
Yeah, I think they use the N64 controller.
I have like 10 of those. I'll just pick the one with the tightest stick. Oh my god!
I'm gonna go see a sun right now. Excuse me, everybody.
Holy shit! Okay, ending. Holy shit.
How many endings can it possibly be?
I think they said there's like 5 or 8 or something. Oh god.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at
it's like the
Microsoft
Trump
Music Visualizer.
It's the Trump eclipse thing. What the fuck?
Okay.
Can you imagine if the sun looked like that? Like for shoot?
No.
That's insane.
Man, you just walk outside and everything's normal, but the sun's just doing that.
Oh, wait.
What is going on? Emma, what are you doing? I had a vision that day. While some human beings started new lives in the sky or under the water, those that did not evolve chose to spend their lives underground.
What? Wait, it's like a Lemmings thing?
The people soon started to live underground and began to live reliably and cooperatively. But there was no light of hope.
This is like Deep Impact.
Yeah, this is the story of Deep Impact. Although we had not evolved until then, the new underground environment brought to life the talent to adapt our body into a new form.
What? I don't think I've seen this.
What the hell?
Are they making like mole hands? Do they have mole hands?
To go anywhere underground, we had to dig. After digging and digging, we saw no results. So we stopped and became plants.
This is fucking annihilation! This is annihilation!
Oh man, it's the happening.
What the fuck? I hate this.
What? Listen, they dug, they got no results, so they stopped and turned into plants, Dan. What do you want from them?
They evolved mole hands and they were like, this sucks. This sucks. Let's turn into trees.
What is going on? Why is that?
What's that guy?
Why is that Jason from Home Movies? What is going on? How exciting the wild, pure, simple life is. Fucking A.
That's a video game.
That's a real video game. That's what's wrong, is we're not making real video games anymore.
Oh. You beat Tale of the Sun, Grubb.
Okay.
All right. Off the cuff, review it. What is it?
Okay, so on the giant bomb scale, I'm giving that a 4 out of 5 for being fucking weird and cool.
That was the right score.
Well done, Art Dink. That was wild. It was pure. It was simple. It was life. All right.
Can that go on the Metacritic? Can we officially say that's the giant bomb score of this, and that's on the Metacritic?
We
now?
know the Metacritic people. I wonder if we could just ask them if we could, like, if I could just submit a review. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we work for the Metacritic people.
We own Giant Bomb owns Metacritic. All right, everybody.
Oh.
Okay. So I think the story was I went out in the world, killed some cheese pigs, or got killed by cheese pigs. I saw a pizza bird, killed that. Discovered a couple of caves that were basically just holes with nothing in them. Had a long several lives of people who did amazing things, and then I just killed mammoths until I went to the sun, and then we saw the sun turn back around and went underground and turned into plants, and that's Tale of the Sun.
Okay, now we need to timestamp this for the Metacritic folks. Can you say your blurb for the Metacritic review?
Yes. While incoherent and sometimes very obtuse to the player, there is something magical about exploring the world of Tale of the Sun. It's fun to run around and jump, and eventually you'll be telling your own stories that are way more fun than most video games' actual stories.
Okay, and for the record, the Giant Bomb score on the Giant Bomb scale is...
And I give it a 4 out of 5.
All right, and in case you need a witness, like at a wedding or something, Mr. Metacritic, I am Dan Reichert. I'm Giant Bomb's creative director, and I agree everything you just heard from Jeff Grubb is the official Giant Bomb review of Tale of the Sun for the PlayStation 1.
Yes.
You can go ahead and add that to its page on Metacritic.com. All right, Grubb, can you timestamp that and send it to the Metacritic folks?
Yeah, we'll get on it. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I will legit try to make that happen. And that's going to end our long form review of Tale of the Sun.
Dude, if we can start retroactively reviewing games and getting them on Metacritic, that's the funniest thing in the world.
I would love that, actually. We should do that with Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero.
We're going to play Ocarina of Time and give it like a 1 star. And like, wait, what happened?
We could, like, it probably wouldn't affect it, but it's like, that is still like the number 2 or number 1 highest reviewed game on Metacritic.
Yeah, it's a Tony Hawk, it's Soul Calibur, it's Ocarina. Yeah. It's, yeah.
We could start throwing some wrench in them works. That'd be fun.
Seriously, for shoot, send this to Metacritic. Let's see if we can get it up.
I'm gonna absolutely. Dan Reichert, thanks for making me play this game. That was weird and fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for when I introduce people to this game is just, hey, look how weird and fun this is.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We're going to get out of here. We're going to end the YouTube video at the very least. Thank you, everybody, for Tale of the Grubbing with me. Tale of the Grub one yourself if you want. Until next time, have a good one. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
Bye.